both blessed. And of course, I think you deserve it.
Jazakallah, thank you so much. I think when we entered the competition, it was also very surprising to us that there's a prize being held for a full year. It first sounded sketchy, but then as the competition went on and we made it to the finals, we realized that this thing is actually real and it's possible for us.
So, what did you have to do when entering this competition? Give us a bit of that nitty gritty details.
So we actually went to this resort for our honeymoon last year, and we've been following them on Instagram since then. Um, so I think around September.
Yeah, yeah. So the competition launched in September, where so the winner gets to spend 365 days at the Kandima Resort in Maldives. And at the first stage of the competition, we had to submit a picture that falls under one of five categories, being nature, food, fun, adventure, and sports and wellness. And the picture we submitted fell under the nature of the category. And then in terms of the second stage of the competition, the top 15 entries were shortlisted and were asked to submit a 1 minute creative video on how we think we would spend our time at the resort if we won.
So, what did you do? I have to
So
ask. I'm very, I'm very interested in wanting to know this because I know the Maldives is such a beautiful place. There's a lot of creativity that can come out of it, but there's something special that you've done that we as viewers and listeners need to know to be able to appreciate that win that you have. 365 days is a lot of time.
yeah, so we actually didn't have a lot of time to produce like our entry. I think it was two or 3 days, and two of those days were during the week, and we were working. So we had one day in the weekend to get it done. So we actually had some footage from our honeymoon last year. We spent 3 weeks away in the Maldives, Bali, and Singapore. So we had a lot of video footage at hand for us to use. So we thought, let's take that footage and make it into a dream, where at the beginning of the video we'd be falling asleep and entering like a dream phase, and then enter into the video footage from our honeymoon, and then wake up from that dream. So what actually started off as an idea ended up being a 2 minute long video. So it was quite difficult to cut it short into 1 minute, but yeah, we made it happen. So
And so then the sudden surprise of such an amazing win. What does it mean for you? You married, you enjoyed Kandima on honeymoon, and it was such a grand experience. But what does it mean for you now? 365 days in the Maldives. What are you going to do with all that time?
So I think we didn't expect to win really. So the whole feeling is still sort of settling in. And right now, I think the feeling is still new. So we don't know exactly what to expect or like in terms of next year, but we are sort of trying to plan as much as possible in order for us to enjoy the period, the full stay, or to stay as much as we can.
Yes, most definitely. Are both of you working? Because to be able to take a year off is a very long period of time.
gee, we both do work, so it is something we had to bring up with our managers, and we are in the middle of discussions with them about that. And yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. But so far, everyone's been quite supportive.
I'm sure they are. You come from the same company. Both of you work at PPS, and of course, I think I'm sure the people that you work with are equally as excited as what we are for you. Having to win such a phenomenal thing. But of course, you know what's nice about this video, I think, is it took you out of your comfort zone and got your
A lot.
creativity space going.
Yes, a lot. I think naturally it's quite difficult to speak into a camera. But I think we got used to that this year, working from home and having our meetings done all over video. So, but still, it was still a very uncomfortable thing to do, but lots of fun. And I think the best is to take yourself out of your comfort zone, else you won't know what you're able to achieve. I mean, look at what it
Yeah.
brought us.
What does this mean for you?
So I touched on that a bit. Maybe you
Yeah.
can.
I think I think that I think that for me it means that stepping into your out of your comfort zone allows you to achieve or extend yourself into spaces that you didn't know or you were capable of being in. And that for you as an individual will allow you to grow so much and bring you so many new experiences in your life that just add to your memories and your experience that you can share and share with others to help them grow as well.
But now Jamil's very quiet and he's hiding this one secret from all our listeners. And I'm going to make sure that everybody gets to know about it because he wants to pursue his lifelong purpose of creating a worldwide organization that can help others that are less fortunate to live more comfortable lives. Now, let's talk about that because that 365 days is probably going to give you some time to reflect and of course, try and get that dream to a realization.
So yes, like in terms of my career goals, I think it is important for everyone to give back as much as they can, and it doesn't matter how big or how small it is. It's just to put in the effort. And I think it also builds on what Lemi said, where there is growth in stepping out of your comfort zone, and by doing that, it will open doors to different types of opportunities that maybe you didn't even expect to happen. Like this, for instance, like I said earlier as well, that we didn't have an expectation to win, but I'm sure that it will give us the opportunity to give back and to maybe to create more awareness of stepping out of your comfort zone as well as to doing whatever you can to give back.
How would you do that? What sort of awareness would you, I mean, of course, post your 365-day holiday, what is it that you would be able to put into place as far as helping the less fortunate is concerned? I think it's an imperative thing because to get young people involved, we need to understand that they are the future. And of course, COVID-19 has brought and shed light on many instances of what people out there are going through. And I think young people, a lot of the times, but not as much as before, are being cocooned and they're not understanding the plights of others out there. And I think it's important to be able to create that awareness.
Well, we've always spoken about how we'd like to create a virtual or social platform where we can take people into the lives of the less fortunate and what the circumstances are and how we can help them as a community that we would like to build. And yes, this competition is amazing. It might seem like we'll be on holiday for like a whole year, but I think it's also an opportunity, like Jamil said, for us to expand into different opportunities that can arise for us out of this. And the country we're traveling to, yes, it's, I mean, on most people's bucket list, it takes people years to even save to get to go to the Maldives. But all you see on social media is the five-star resorts, the water villas, and all of these types of things. But there are local islands in the Maldives with people that really come from a less fortunate background. And that's the perspective we want to give to the people and show them that in this glamorous world that we live in, there are people that need our help and that need your help too.
I think it's so selfless because I mean you're taking something so amazing, like a 365-day holiday, but also use it for a purpose to be able to go out there and say, guys, this is the Maldives you see everywhere else on television and the amazing part about it. But let's look deeper into it and see the plights of the people out there and bring light and awareness to the plight of those people so that those that are in dire need can get uplifted and empowered in some way. Now, the reason I say empowered, a lot of the times, we tend to have this habit when it comes to charity to just give something out and say, okay, we've helped. But I think the most enabling thing for a person is to be able to empower them so they can self-sustain themselves post you going away from there.
Yes, of course. That at the end of the day is the sole purpose of giving. It needs to feed and grow from the inception of you going out there and creating that exposure and creating that awareness.
Are you still absorbing it? Because I think it's a phenomenal thing.
Yeah, I think it's only been how long? 1 week since we found out.
Yeah, I
About
think it's
1 week.
been a week, and I think the stage where we're at now is sort of to plan on how we can sort of to change our lives completely for the next year in terms of work and also to be able to afford spending so much time away, and also having to sort out if we will be able to work from there also and still earn an income. And we're also trying to find more information on how the visas work. Will we be able to stay for the full 365 days, or is it only a few months at a time? And so I think right now the excitement hasn't died down, but our focus has shifted onto a planning phase.
It's so nice to see young people like you so responsible and organized.
I think our family would agree too. Um, they wouldn't trust us to go if they didn't feel we were responsible. And like Shukar, we've had the support from everyone, from work, from family, from even strangers that have been following us through this whole process of the competition to from the voting stage to winning. It's been really amazing to see the amount of support come through.
Wow, that's amazing. And we're so excited for you. What message would you like to leave our viewers with this afternoon?
I think for me, Jamil can say what he'd like to say, but for me, it's like just believe that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. It's within your reach, and the extent that you want that thing will bring you and gravitate you closer toward it and bring it into your space. You just have to believe it, and also believe that Allah will bring that to you as well. I mean, everything comes from Him,
That is
and
so true.
exactly everything comes from Him. And believe that you are worthy of receiving what you are striving towards.
You couldn't have said that better. And you, Jamil?
From my side, I think it's quite similar. It's a quite similar message, but it's that there's opportunities out there for everyone. Whether we know it or not, it goes out to stepping out of your comfort zone and to just to try new things. Like we spoke about earlier in terms of doing the video, it was so uncomfortable for me especially, and I think my the acting skills weren't too great.
We'll give you some tips. You can come. You're welcome to come and visit us at some time.
Okay, perfect. But then we also had so much fun in the process in doing these things, and just to end up winning is really overwhelming. So I think so the message I put out is for everyone to step out of their comfort zone and to do something a bit different.
That's true. But if you need help during those 365 days, be welcome to join you, right?
Of course, of course.
But we want to congratulate you once again for myself and the Salam Media team. It's such a phenomenal win. But it's so nice to see young people like you. And the reason we wanted to portray this is to see the type of focuses and responsibilities you have attached to it. And, asking yourselves those types of questions has already shed light on the fact that the types of people you have already molded yourself into. To tell yourself that, you know what, I have this, it's a phenomenal thing, but what am I going to do with my life during that period and post period as well? We want to wish you nothing but the best. Congratulations from our side once again. Let's do a shout out for you. Do we have a shout out there? Zia, do we have a shout out for our guests? I'm trying to get my engineer to do a shout out for you. He's finding it. Ziad's finding that shout out. He knows I absolutely love doing shout outs for people that do phenomenal things out there. But you make us proud as young South Africans. You've shown us that you can do anything that's possible if you put your mind and your heart to it. And we want to, here goes our shout out. There we go. Congratulations. Well done. Allah bless you and your marriage and your happiness. And of course, your life going forward in many directions. From myself and the team, we wish you nothing but the best of success. Do stay in touch. Send us those amazing videos. We'll edit them for you if you like.
I mean, Jazakallah, thank you so much for having us.
The pleasure was only ours. You take care of yourselves, and like I said, we wish you an amazing trip and a wonderful 365 reflective days. We'll put it that way.
Yes. Thank you so much.
The pleasure was ours. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Two amazing young individuals, Jamil and Louise, of course, winners of that Kandeme competition from the Maldives. And I think it's such a phenomenal thing, being able to see two young people so reflective. They've won it. They're so excited, but they're so focused also on what they want with their lives. And I think it's so nice to see people in that particular space, enticing us to be able to be reflective as well. So congratulations once again. We want to thank you for joining us and taking the time out for being enticed into a better space this afternoon, and definitely a phenomenal one. And that is why we say take time for yourself. But this is a poem we're going to end up with this afternoon by Liam Potter from myself and the team. Wish you all the best. Look forward to chatting to you same time, same place tomorrow afternoon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.